So it's time to start asking ourselves, what is the Hero Association gonna look like once this is all said and done? Because, for all intents and purposes, it looks like Endeavor's days as the number one hero is done. And there's absolutely no way on God's green earth that Hawks is going to be allowed to be a hero after this. Absolutely not. Endeavor, I don't see it either, but you could at least make an argument for what he's done to make up for his past by helping the people out. But Hawks, no way. Hawks is done. But as far as like what they idolized the number one hero as, I don't see Endeavor being anymore either. Which leaves us with Best Jeanist. And he ain't no best Jeanist is a top 5, but he's certainly not a number 1. Like, he just isn't. So that's going to really zoom in on a problem that Stain really kind of centered in on, was that the heroes aren't really heroes. It's become more of a popularity contest than, anything else. It's like for facts, Crust, who got killed by Shigaraki, was like, what, number 6? What did Crust ever do? I'll wait. I mean, at this point, this is like making Conway Woods like number 3. Like, nobody's out there saying like, go Conway Woods! You're the number 3 hero because you're super awesome. No, because Conway Woods can't handle with the big guys. And Jeanist can. Don't get me wrong, Jeanist can throw down. But he ain't number 1. And he's going to be thrown probably into a number 1 position because they don't have a choice. So yeah, things are not looking good for the heroes in this one. So, this chapter is more of just Dabi going ham on Endeavor. We get to see his backstory, showing Toya and Endeavor interacting with each other when he was a kid, and Endeavor is all like, oh, you're not the kid I always wanted, you don't have that perfect blend of quirks, but I still love you, and I'm going to train you to be my successor anyways. And then, oh, your sister, she fucking doesn't have fire. She's all ice. Oh, damn. Well, that fucking sucks. Oh, but Shoto. Oh, that's my boy. Shoto. Let me suck your fucking dick. And, so, in a fit of angst, rebellion, and desire to prove himself to his father, Toya went up to their training hall, and I guess he was trying to do flash fire prominence burn or something, and it went awry, and they said the only thing they found was his lower jawbone. He just burned up. It was like over 2,000 degrees Celsius. I'm not good with math and science, so I don't really know what that means. I just know that's hot as fuck, and it's gonna melt your body apparently. So yeah. The question is, how did he survive? And I have seen a very interesting theory going out there that, for one, he has white hair. 2, he survived. So what if he indeed did activate a hidden ice quirk that prevented him from overheating to the point where he burned to crisp? And that he managed to save the majority of his body. And what they saw was a part of his body that he wasn't able to save. Don't know. I'm sure that's something we'll find out in the next chapter or 2, because that would be a huge reveal. And that would be... A matter of fact, at this point, I actually think that would be poetic justice. The son that felt like he was thrown away because he wasn't what his father wanted turns out to be exactly what his father wanted in the end anyways. That would be pretty savage. Man, dude, this arc is just fucking insanity. But then Shoto's sitting out there yelling directions, telling Nejire and them to help everybody out, trying to calm his father down, because Endeavor's just sitting there all stunned, you know. He's like, he don't know what to fucking think. And you can't blame the guy, you know. It's like, you thought your kid was dead all these years. Not only has he been alive, but he fucking, now he hates your guts, he's trying to kill you and ruin you. And he may not even kill Endeavor, he may just want to ruin him. And he may find that to be a better revenge. But regardless, that would be a tough pill to swallow. I mean, yeah, Endeavor was a sack of shit for the majority of his life, but to the audience perspective, we know that Endeavor has changed. But from Dobby's perspective, it doesn't really matter, because he didn't change when it mattered to him. So you got to keep that in mind, you know. See, yeah, it's going to be a one for the feels when this gets animated, especially to the Dobby fans out there. They're gonna go wild for this one, all the anime onlys. What do you think? How do you think about that Ice Quirk Dobby theory that's floating around there? Do you think there's any legitimacy to that? I think there's a possibility of that for sure. At this point, actually, I think I'm almost convinced of it, to be honest with you. Do you think Shoto and Dobby are going to throw down and have, like, is it going to be like a sprawl, or are they going to throw down? Because at the end of the chapter, Best Jeanist shows up. And there is one thing I do have a problem with in this chapter, is that apparently Dobby and them spliced the images differently of when Hawks murdered twice to make it look different. Correct me if I'm wrong about that, but that's what I remember reading from the chapter. And that bothers me, because what Hawks did by itself was fucked up enough to ruin his reputation and that of the heroes by itself, that you didn't need to alter it at all. And the fact that he said Best Jeanist was killed by Hawks, and then having Best Jeanist show up at the end of the chapter, is going to throw a bit of a wrench in that machine there, because they're going to be like, I don't know, I mean, he did technically lie about Best Jeanist. You know, so what my worry is that Horikoshi's going to set this up to work. It's like, okay, it's going to be a safe out for the heroes to save face and keep Hawks on the down low, because Best Jeanist showed up at the end. If that happens, this arc loses all credibility for everything that's happened in it, minus the Shigaraki battle. And I really hope Horikoshi does not do that, because that, to me, would honestly stain an otherwise masterpiece of a story arc in My Hero Academia. Do you agree? Or do you have a similar fear to that, or do you think I'm just looking too much into it? I'm worried about it. You know, like I've said it before, again, I want the villains to win this fight. I mean, they're not going to, like, defeat the heroes all the way here. They've whooped their ass pretty good. But the heroes can't win this. But Best Jeanist there does give them a big boost to the heroes. But Giganto Machia, I'm just hoping All For One just busts in there. He's like, yo, bitch, let's get the fuck out of here. And they bust out. And just see how society just turns on the heroes. We always have to go back to that quote where Deku was saying, on that day, all the heroes disappeared. And we assumed that it was because they all went to fight in the war. But what if it's because society is turned on the heroes, and the heroes have to go underground? That's still a possibility. And I still think that would be the correct direction to go. That'd be really badass, because what else do you do after this? You know? Your two faces of the hero organization right now is a jackass who basically caused the death of his oldest son, who's now a turned villain and is killing innocent people, and the other guy is a straight up murderer. So yeah, I don't know. It's a dark day for the heroes indeed. But what do you think? You know, again, how do you feel about this Dobby Ice Quirk? What are your opinions on Best Jeanist probably going to be #1 hero? Because cancel culture coming hard. Cancel culture coming hard. Do you think Horikoshi's trying to set up some kind of save for the heroes in this? Or do you think it's curtains for them anyways? You know, like, comment, let me know your theories, subscribe, and we'll